And I learned, a couple of lessons which changed everything for the future. First of all, I learned humility, the fear of being wrong and the questioning myself, how do I know I'm right? Arrogance, I needed some humility. And then I learned the power of diversification, because I knew that I can play many bets and lower my risk without lowering my returns by up to 80% if you can get 15 good uncorrelated return streams. So I learned that. And then I learned that I wanted an idea meritocracy. So then we began to build, because I believe in evolution, and that's personal evolution. In other words, it's the 5-step process. You make advances, but then you're going to come across your problems, okay, and your mistakes. And then do you reflect on them and diagnose them to get at the root cause and make changes, in which case you will come up and be better and you'll go to a new high, and that's the constant process.
Right.
And I viewed that as the challenge. How would we be able to do that? That was also cultural. I connected it to radical transparency, right? Radical truthfulness and radical transparency and writing down principles. Principles first came from investment principles that we can backtest and so on, but then also the principles of every time I would make a decision or we would make a decision, I'd write down the criteria for making those decisions. And then I wanted everybody to see everything. So everything was shown, so anybody could see everything, including our stumbling, all of that stuff. And that was what helped to keep it together and then go for it. The together behind the mission is an incredibly important force. You either have it or you don't. And so that's what, and it turned out to be very successful. I have a principle. If you worry, you don't have to worry. And if you don't worry, you need to worry. Because if you worry, you will take care of the thing you're worrying about, okay, and you'll be okay.
Yeah.